Can I convince my ex to come back? Hello, you beautiful people. It's me. Yes, TopicEx with another video. Hope you're keeping well. If you just joined this channel, then welcome. And subscribe. Feel free to do it. Why not? We're all a community. We're all coming together. Before I go into this video, can I convince my ex to come back? I briefly want to touch on a small amount of people who can actually convince their ex to come back. But wait, don't get this confused, please, because they can convince their ex to come back because their ex didn't want to break up with them in the first place. Now, I will be doing a video about this. We class this as a fake breakup where two people are just toxic, they argue, and one of them will break up with the other one, and there's a bit of convincing, I'm sorry, I changed, and 4 days, a week later, they come back. Now, that's classed as a fake breakup. I do not want you guys to get confused with this, because as I go deeper into the video, I don't want you to think, well, is there a chance of me convincing them to come back? Guys, if you are on this channel and you have not heard from your ex over 2-3 weeks, then the chances are this is a proper breakup. Is that a word? Is it a proper breakup? I don't know if I've used that correctly. But anyway, they have broken up with you. They have decided to leave you. So I don't want to get you guys confused with, well, maybe I should really convince them to come back. I could be in that percentage, right? Listen, a fake breakup is roughly a week to 2 weeks. You would come back together again. And in between that, there's no contact. You're texting each other back and forward. They're open for communication. So please don't get that confused, first of all, before I move on from this video. So let me clarify that again. It's classed as a fake breakup. In these situations, you can convince your ex to come back in a small time frame, a week to 2 weeks. I'm sorry, you never change. I will change. Okay, we'll meet up. It's classed as a fake breakup, guys. So if you have not heard from your ex for so long and you've gone into no contact, and even if you go into no contact through a fake breakup, believe it or not, they will message you. They will come round because they don't want it. They're either scared of the unknown, they're either really still love you but just wants to sort out the situation they're in, but they're not ready to actually break up with you. Just wanted to clear that up because I didn't want you guys to get confused out there. But the majority of can I convince my ex to come back is no. My advice is no, you cannot convince your ex to come back. You can't do it. Now, when you're trying to convince your ex to come back, guess what? You're going into the needy and begging behavior. Now, we all know, we've talked about the don't beg or plead, don't beg or plead. But the convincing is tied into that. You're trying to convince them. You're going into selfish mode here where you're thinking, I don't like this pain. This pain is actually affecting me. I want to resolve this so I don't feel this pain. So please come back to me and take this pain away. Now, when the person who is breaking up with you vocalizes it, trust me, this isn't a spare of the moment thing. What happens? Well, for a number of weeks, they kind of look at the relationship and how stagnant it is, or how boring, or something has happened, and it gradually grains on them to the point where they actually decide, they've convinced themselves, or they've actually said to themselves, this is not what I want. But how now can I address this and break up with this person? Because we all know when we break up with someone, there comes a lot of crying, there comes a lot of convincing, there comes a lot of pain involved, and no one wants to deal with that. Someone who's breaking up with someone does not want to deal with that pain. That's why they break up through texts or emails, because they want to hide behind that. They don't want to see the pain and grief that they have caused, okay? But when they actually vocalize it to you and the breakup happens, they have made up their mind. This hasn't been an overnight thing. And that's very important to remember, that that's why you can't convince your ex to come back. Now, when they say to you, I don't think it's working, I want a break, or whatever the case may be, they've thought about it for a long time. We have now just heard this be vocalized in a split second. So, of course, we automatically think, wow, shit, I can fix this. I'm going to convince him because it's just happened. It's a switch that has just happened. Surely I can convince him. But no, you can't, because they've been thinking about it for some time. And now they've vocalized it. They have felt this weight just come right off them. Okay, guys? And now they have to go through with it. It's a big thing that they have just done, so they've got to go through with it. They've got to go through with the whole actions, and the whole emotions now has built up in this situation. Now they just want to get away. They don't want to face this. They don't want to look at you with this guilt. They don't want to have to look at you upset. It's a number of things that go on even in the dumper's mind. Okay, so you've got to understand that. And that comes back to me saying you can't convince your ex to come back because too much has been invested into this, their end. It's not going to happen. And when you try and convince your ex to come back, all that's going to do is, you're probably well aware now, is push them even further. And you become a problem, a burden. Convincing is begging and pleading, basically. It's all rolled into one. So the more that you try and convince, because in your head you're thinking, this has just happened, I can fix this. You're not understanding that the dumper has thought about this for some time. And so nothing can convince them. It's vocalized now. And a lot of the time they've got support of their family and friends. So, of course, they feel like they have to go through this. This is the next chapter of their life. They have to do this. And it's hard for them. Oh, bless them. But it's hard for them as well, actually vocalizing this and putting you through this. They still care about you. They don't want to hurt you. You are just not for them at this present time. But it's so important not to push on this, because we all would like a safe place to come back to. If we make this breakup as smooth as we can, our end, by sort of pretending, oh, I accept it, pretending, oh, okay, I am gutted, can we not resolve this? No. Okay, well, look, I love you and I just want you to be happy. And if it's not with me, then, I just want you to be happy in general, and be like that. But really in our heads, remember, we're breaking down. We're a flaming mess right now, But if we can make this as smooth as possible, we're thinking ahead, guys. And what do I mean by that? Well, we're thinking ahead. We're thinking for the reach out. We're thinking for them to reach out. Now, we're setting up ourselves. We're setting up the foundation for later on. So, we're making it as smooth as possible and acting this way. So if they did decide to reach out, it's going to be a safe place. There's no drama there, and people don't like that. People don't like confrontation, guys. So the more that you push and try and convince your ex, and you will take it to other levels, because let's face it, we want what we can't have. So now we're turning up at their house with flowers. It's a lovely moment, surely, they will accept us back. We are definitely in a film right now. I am an actor. How can they push me away from this? Well, really, what they're thinking is, fuck me, that is cringing. You are not doing yourself any favors from turning up at their house. You're not doing any favors by trying to convince them. You are just coming across as a needy person. Now, let's face it, we don't like needy people. We don't like people who are chucking their emotions up all over us. We don't like that. We can't cope. We don't want that. Life's crap anyway, let alone having this pushed and forced on us. So you've got to understand that from the dumper point of view, it's not as easy as what you would think. You know, they have processed this for a while. They've made their decision and now they're gone. So can I convince my ex to come back? No, you can't. If they've made up their mind, you cannot convince your ex to come back. And the more that you try and convince your ex to come back, well, guess what, guys? It's not going to happen. You're going to become just a burden to them, a problem to them, and a big issue. And we don't want that. I don't want that for you, and you don't want that for you. It's as simple as that. So it's kind of like we have to think ahead, think of the plans ahead, set the foundation down, make sure it's a safe place for them to come back. And it's okay, guys, because listen, it's a win-win situation, right? If you use the strategies and techniques that I teach on my channel, you know, you've got such a very high chance of them reaching out to you. And when they reach out to you, you can then go into game mode and pull them straight towards you again. You can do it because at the end of the day, they have gone out there and lived their life without you in it. You've gave them a chance to miss you. You've gave them a chance to feel the breakup. You've gave them a chance to experience life dating. And guess what, guys? They probably will date. I'm sorry to say that, but that can work in your favor because people are twats. So they will come across a lot of twats out there, which will make you look like a very, very good choice. Remember, you've set down the foundation. You've not caused any problems. You are a very good candidate at the moment. So there is so much you can do in it. But the first thing I suggest you do is not try and convince your ex to come back. I hope I've cleared it up, guys. Please take note on the first part of the video. I don't want you guys to get confused and think, oh, maybe I can convince them to come back. Trust me, I will be doing a video about fake breakups. There's classed as a fake breakup, you know, in the beginning, a week to 2 weeks, they're still in contact with you. They don't really want the breakup. They just want to get a message across to you guys. So don't get confused with that, please. Anyway, guys, feel free to comment. It's lovely to hear your thoughts. Am I going in the right direction? Please tell me if I'm helping you out on this. Be mostly appreciated. Anyway, remember, you're all beautiful people. I'll see you later.